Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It's Wednesday, April the 9th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set for another day of heavy selling, with ASX futures off by 1.9%. This follows confirmation that the United States will impose duties of 104% on imports from China, which will take effect tonight. In an extremely volatile session, stocks on Wall Street sank in response as China vowed to fight to the end and saying it will never accept the blackmail nature of the US and Trump's threat to ramp up those tariffs on Chinese imports. The S&P 500, which had leapt more than 4% earlier in this session, tumbled below 5,000 for the first time in almost a year to end the day on the precipice of a bear market. Apple and Nike slumped, with each company's manufacturing and supply chains highly integrated with China. Apple has now lost more than 20% over the past 5 days. Chipmaker Micron has told customers that it'll impose a tariff-related surcharge, while US clothing retailers said they're delaying orders and holding off on hiring. Well, the tariff turmoil comes as US companies prepare for their quarterly earnings, with JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley and Wells Fargo set to report on Friday. Elsewhere, health insurer United Health Group and Humana jumped after the US announced a 5% increase in payment rates to private insurers. Well, as the trade war between Washington and Beijing intensifies, the Trump administration has said it will not prioritise negotiations with the world's second largest economy. The administration has scheduled talks with South Korea and Japan, along with the Italian Prime Minister, who's due to visit Washington next week. And the European Commission is considering counter tariffs of 25% on a range of US goods, including soybeans and nuts, with officials saying they're ready to negotiate. Well, the expected impact of tariffs has seen the US small business optimism turn negative, posting the largest decline in almost 3 years. Meanwhile, Fed member Austin Goolsbee has said the tariffs are way bigger than he expected, saying we can't really wait to the end of the quarter plus 1 month before we find out that investment really dropped off and GDP growth is shrinking, and we start seeing layoffs, unemployment, or on the other side, inflation starts soaring. Well, the US 2-year Treasury yield is at 3.68%, the 10-year rising to 4.27%, with the 2 to 10-year curve at its steepest since February 2022. And the US dollar index is down on the day, with safe havens, the Swiss franc and yen outperforming. The Aussie dollar has fallen back below 60 US cents at 59.5. And Bitcoin has tumbled to around 76,500 US dollars. Commodity prices remain under pressure on the prospect of slower global growth. Oil prices have fallen to a 4-year low as investors priced in the increasing likelihood of a recession. Brent futures 2% lower at $62 a barrel. Copper has fallen more than 1.5%, while iron ore is down more than 3% to close to a 6-month low at $96 a tonne. And gold has pared gains, having risen more than 1% earlier in the session. US gold futures are around 0.5% higher at $2,990 an ounce. And that is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.